back to another speed build. My name's Jess, and today I'm building in Windenburg on a 20 by 20 lot. And today's build is a tiny farm that is very cottagecore inspired. So I was really going for that style when I was building, and it definitely has a very eclectic look. And I used a lot of different items together that I don't normally use together. So I had a lot of fun doing this build and kind of creating something a little bit unique, at least I think so. So, as you can see from the title, this is a limited pack build, so I only use items from Cottage Living, Get Together, Cats and Dogs, and Paranormal. So, hopefully this will be a more playable lot than I usually build for most people. I tried to use packs that were a little bit older, and I tried to not use too much of cats and dogs, so if you don't have that, you should be okay to play this. You'll just lose some wallpaper and a few different decor items that are not that important. But I just really wanted to use that shingles wallpaper for the exterior, so I couldn't let go of it. But you can see I'm starting on the exterior, and this is where the farm really comes in. I did build a little greenhouse there, and I wanted there to be a ton of room for you to plant your garden. So I'm really happy with how that little garden area turned out. And then just some landscaping that I really wanted to sort of blend into the surroundings and look pretty wild and overgrown. And of course, because it's Windenburg, I used quite a lot of lavender just because I think that really settles into the environment so well. And now you can see I'm starting on landscaping. Terrain painting. And I actually did film myself doing terrain painting this time. Usually I don't, just because I think it's a pretty tedious process. But I wanted to show kind of what I was doing for this particular build because I thought it was a little bit more complicated in what the terrain painting is that I would normally do. So I do kind of just give up on it and do a bit of it off screen. But of course, I took the time to do the terrain painting, and I, for the first time, had the glitch where the terrain painting disappears off of my lot. So unfortunately, the lot that you download will have a little bit different of terrain paint than what you saw in the video. So that was really fun to redo because the terrain painting actually did take me quite a bit of time this time. But I'm really happy with how it did turn out, and I think you can see it here. Now, I did decide to delete that pathway going to the greenhouse. I just thought it was a little bit too much of those like pavers, so I just used a couple right at the end, and I think that ended up looking a lot more balanced into the landscape than having just it completely covered by those pavers. Yeah, and I'm really happy with it. So we're starting on the the interior, and I went ahead and tried my best to really clutter things up as much as I could. In a tiny house, it's always, the goal to still make it really cluttered and look lived in while not having quite as much space. And I think I was able to do that. So you saw I had a little desk area under the stairs, and I actually did play test this before I upload this video. Usually I play test afterwards, and it does work where you can get into the bathroom no problem. So I was really happy about that because it is very close to the bathroom door. So it will work, all good things. And I was definitely happy to actually confirm that it works. And because that is one of my toxic traits, I always forget to play test my builds. So I'm trying to do better. So in this build, I wanted there to be like a little bit of a gnome collection. So they're definitely kind of put a little bit of everywhere. I just thought that would really work for this particular aesthetic that I was going for, having a ton of gnomes. And I use that trick that if you've seen my werewolf build, I use that side table as a coffee table, and I think that looks really nice. So we're starting on the bedroom, which actually means the build is coming to an end. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video, and feel free to leave a comment down below. Let me know if you have any suggestions for future builds. You can download this at the gallery. My origin ID is SimmeredJess. Thanks again so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye.